I am Optimus Prime. And this is RJB for RJB TV with match, a continuation between ELDLL and Minchul, facing off against each other in an epic best of whatever something series. I'm not sure what it was. In a previous video we had Minchul lose twice in Zerg vs Protoss, and we had ELDLL take home 2 wins as the Protoss. So now it's time for game number 3. It's been a while, but Terran vs Protoss is the matchup. Minchul is a very formidable Terran against Protoss player, so this should be interesting to see. Can ELDLL smash the competition? Or will it be Minchul coming out on top to smash his opponent and reclaim the honor after having lost 2 games in a row to start off this series? Time to speed it up a little bit and slowly phase out that background music a little bit more. Oh, that wasn't a slow fade out, that was just like an instant I misclicked. And turn on the game music. There it is. The game music. And we have a definitive build order choice from ELDL. It goes for the Nexus first into 2 gateways. That is actually not what I was expecting. Well, he went for the Forge first before the gateways, but then he went for the double gateway and 1 cannon in the front. This is a deviation that we never see. Usually it's always 1 gateway into double gas, into a cyber core. But I have a feeling ELDLL is up to something different. Because we don't have a cyber core yet. We have a gas, that's for sure, we can see the gas there. Now Minchul here though arriving on location before the cannons finish, but the cannons are finishing just on time. But he still can sneak 1 Marine into the base and an SCV. So let's see if he can deal something. Well, no, not gonna happen. The micro there from the Zealot there from ELDL is really good. He wriggles himself in there. And the probe there is gonna get taken down. The SCV there might not get anything done either, so it looks like no action happening yet. Late cybercore there, late second gas. We do have more zealots than usual out on the map for ELDLL, and it looks like Minchul of course knows all of this because the SCV there is running back and forth. Finds the base, keeps the probe alive there though. Dancing a little bit there in the front, trying to bait out those probes, Marines, but nope, not gonna work. So 2 barrack build there from Minchul. We hadn't looked at Minchul's base yet. I should have done so sooner, but I hadn't done so yet. Academy there on the way. Command center finishing up. And this is where he's gonna build the factory. Soon. I feel he's gonna go for a 3rd command center as well. Because he's got a lot of floating minerals, but he hasn't done so yet. Speed there still dancing in the base. I think he's after all not going for the 3rd command center. He's hovering very close to it, but he's not building it. The scan coming down there. So soon more information after this SCV there dies, but the SCV is still being kept alive there by jumping back and forth. Still no 3rd command center. Factory number 2. Factory number 3 even. He's going for a very low marine count to defend. But still off of Dune there in the back, 2 robots in the front. SV there still out dancing the Zealots. Beautiful control there while he's building up his base at the same time. He's just keeping this one alive for as long as he can. Hopefully he will find, and yes he does find the archive there all the way on the bottom. Sees the robo as well. Starport also already coming out, and we see the factories getting lifted up into the air very early on into the match. So now he can no longer make any mistakes whatsoever against whatever ELDLL is gonna throw his way. I do believe Minchul can do it here though. He's got Vulture Speed on the way as well. He doesn't have any Vultures though, but he's getting Vulture Speed. I'm a little puzzled what he's up to, but it's gonna be interesting to see. Armory already coming out and 2 more factories already also on the way. 32 SCVs, now 34, 38 there. Probes for ELDL. Storm now on the way. We have a double Reaver inside the shuttle being produced. No shuttle speed. We have Storm being researched, but already set that, I believe. So this build order is different from anything we usually see. He didn't get Zealot speed, just something we usually do see when someone goes for this many of them Zealots. He's going for a speedless attack, and his speedless attack might just deal damage here because Minchul stopped making Marines completely. But he sees Vultures there, and the Vultures are very, very, very strong against Zealots, if you micro them even. Right there coming out very early on. Vision there on the sides with the barracks and the engineering base. Good choice there from Minchul. Has no tanks yet, but is getting Goliaths with Karen mines now as well. He's running on the middle, micro there. He's just showing off now. He's just doing a build order that is fun to do. But I don't know if fun to do is going to result in successful for a win. But he's keeping those Zealots at base at least. But we've got that shuttle here on the side, arriving on the scene. Does get spotted out there by the barracks? Maybe? The barracks doesn't have vision on the top side though, so it might fly in undetected until it is inside the base itself. Mines on the middle to keep Dragoons and Zealots away, so he has control of the middle, and the shuttle comes in, shuttle unloads all the Reavers. Reavers are shooting on the SVs, but the Scarab there is not gonna connect. And now the Goliaths take down the Reavers quite easily. But does lose a couple of Marines and a couple of his Goliaths there in the process. Zealots there still on the middle. They managed to sneak through, but the mines there are doing a lot of damage, and the Vultures finishing a couple of them off as well. Dragoons there on the side, denying vision, but he's just simply gonna put that up on the hill. And now he can no longer attack it. Pylons are coming down as well. He's gonna build cannons very early on into the match. 54 probes. No damage upgrades yet from ELDL. Minchul moving out aggressively with his units to try and stop that on the side from happening. Goliaths, they are ready to intercept the shuttles. Is not quick enough. Templar there unloads. Templar doesn't get a storm. Templar got killed with the target fire right in between him. Pulling his SVs off and immediately attacking it. Beautiful control there. So this area on the side gets taken down as well, and Minchul is making this work. He's only just now starting turrets on the sides. He hadn't built a single one on the side yet until just now. He had one in the front for detection, but none in the base itself. We do have shuttles here on the side also getting spotted out. No, they don't get spotted out there by the Marines. Very, very close, but this one is going to fly in for a path that Minchul might not be able to respond to. Minchul, pull those SCVs to safety, please. Pulls, gets stormed. SCVs stay. Oh, SCVs once again getting hit by another storm and loses almost the entire stack of SCVs. That's a lot of kills. I didn't exactly see how many he got, but I think he went down from 60 to 30. That's 3 groups of SCVs completely erased. So picking that angle there and flying through just barely with the shuttles gets ELDLL some damage down on his opponent, but his opponent is pretty strong and formidable. Goliaths are in the back, trying to snipe the shuttles, but there's 4 shuttles arriving on the scene. SCVs are pulling away. Templar storms. Templar's too far away for the SCVs there, though. Unloads more Zealots, but there's no Templars in there, so no more storms coming down. But Minchul is taking a risk here by assuming that there's no Templars left, by keeping his SCVs there on the minerals. That's a huge risk he's taking. But the risk paid off. Now we've got 3 more robos coming down in the front. ELDL is going to abuse mass shuttle drops non-stop for the remainder of the game. Against an opponent who is actually quite small, but does have control over the frontal portion here. And he built turrets even, so whenever he's trying to move out and get vision of the mines, the turrets will kill the observers. So he's gonna have to instead just sacrifice Zealots, like run into the minefield, and the Zealots will clear out the mines, which is exactly what he's doing. And he cleared a large portion of the mines already with only a couple of Zealots, and now his Dragoons are gonna enter the middle. More mines are gonna get placed here though on the side. Though, does he still have mines? No longer has mines. So he's gonna move out into the middle, gonna go for the attack, and gonna go for the drop attack there at the same time as well. With this drop here on the side, shuttles all loaded up with 2 per. 4 Templars, 4 Zealots. Ooh, he gets spotted out there. Gets the shuttles almost all taken down. 1 Templar unloads, 2 Templar unloads, 2 Templar Storm Templar misses the storm, kills 1 SCV. Oh no, the SCVs that are coming back to the stack get attacked by the storm, loses another 10 of them. Painful, painful, painful match here from Minchul. Nothing is quite working out. He's trying to do cool stuff with the map approach and the mines and all that stuff, the control, the vision over the map, but he's taking so many risks. This is probably one of the reasons why we don't often see this mech build order that he did right here, because it's just so hard to defend against the drops when you don't have marines to stim down the shuttles or don't have those raids to take down the shuttles from a distance. He's just gonna wait outside for a little while. First gonna take away that vision there from the engineering bay and look for another angle to fly in from, while preparing the next drop there back in the base. We're only 11 minutes in, but he already has quite a massive base. He's been spending his minerals really well with his 70 probes. He didn't go for that many probes, but he's on the exact right amount to do as he needs to. Trying to clear out vision on the map, that's one of the first things that is important to do, is denying the Terran as much vision as you can deny. Now the mine there on the middle takes some damage on those Zealots, but he doesn't care. More mines being placed there in the front. No observers on the middle to detect them though. Another shuttle drop there on the side, ready to fly in. Units coming in from the front, but the mines there are killing most of the stuff, and now the tanks are just gonna have an easy time taking down those Zealots. They're trying to break it through the front. He saw the shuttles there, so his Goliaths are already in position to take them down. But the Reavers are loading on the low ground there, and the Reavers are pretty strong against Goliaths. Goliaths there with upgrades. Oh, another drop there coming in from the other side there, and Minchul not responding. Minchul pulls his SVs away. Minchul keeps the SVs alive. Just barely there. Very quick response there, but beautiful execution there from ELDLL. Going for a frontal attack. A drop on the right, and a drop on the left. The drop on the left almost connected, and Minchul is pretty poor, but he's almost maxed out. He would be maxed out if he had like 70 SCVs. He would be maxed out here. He would be maxed out and able to go for the attack or fill out his entire base. But at the moment, we're looking at mostly tanks, Goliaths, and Vultures on the map, with about 47 SCVs. So he's still in the process of rebuilding and recovering, but at least he's got all the units he needs to defend. It doesn't look like a lot, but do note it's Vultures here on the side, running back and forth. Goliaths in the back, they take up 2 supply each. We've got 9 here, 8 there, great against shuttle drops. Another attack you on the... no, that's Corsairs. The shuttles are a little bit late, a little bit behind. More mines being placed on the middle, which is... this is so annoying. This is such a low and cheap investment, but he's making it work. He's keeping those units away for now. If only he had an observer on the middle, this would be way easier. But he comes in with a drop there from the right, bottom right of the base. Goliaths are sniping the shuttles, Templars are unloading, SCVs are running away, and SCVs are pretty healthy there. Some of them do die as they dive and run into the storm, but most of them stay alive, and the Goliaths take down the drop very easily. It does take some time, it's not as quick as a Valkyrie, but the air damage from Goliaths is pretty significant, and they have some upgrades. So Minchul here is moving out for the counter-attack. He only has 7 factories. He's now adding on 2 more, and he has no turrets on the side of his base whatever. This is as bare bones as it can possibly be. 52 SCVs and already moving out for the attack. What can ELDLL do against this? He does have 7 carriers on the way, but they aren't finished yet, and Minchul is using this small little window to go for the attack, but Minchul has only a couple of Goliaths here. Most of them are still back at home, trying to arrive on the scene, but now ELDLL unloads on top of the tanks and storm on top of all the tanks, and the tanks are going down so quick. Look at their HP bars, all so low, and the Zealots are just clearing this up without effort whatsoever. And now those carriers that are just spawning are gonna have a field day, as the amount of Goliaths and tanks has gone down so drastically that Minchul cannot gain that much ground whatsoever as he's pushing in. He's gonna try to take down the pylon there first to stop shuttles from spawning and stop drops completely. The carriers in the back are building their interceptors, and he still has 3 shuttles there in the back. Minchul is low on gas because he only has 3 refineries. For some reason, he has only 3 refineries, and he stopped making SCVs completely. But he's got just enough there on the way. Oh, I like this feeling. Turning up the vision for ELDLL, so we never quite know when those carriers are gonna arrive on the scene. There they are, coming in from the bottom side, coming in hot, smashing all those Goliaths. With what upgrades do they have? Level 111 upgrades for the carriers, but also we have level 122 on the Goliaths, and they're firing back at the carriers. Carriers are dancing away. One carrier goes down really quick. Great control there from Minchul. Minchul has really great anti-carrier play. The carriers are dancing back and forth, but most of the intercepts have gone down. And without interceptors, carriers are not that significant. Oh, no way. He forgot his carrier capacity. Interceptor capacity upgrade. So that's why he has almost no interceptors at all. But that is a very painful mistake there from ELDLL. As he's getting pushed back into a corner, he has to wait for carrier interceptor capacity to finish. And after that, he has to wait for more interceptors to finish as well. So Minchul now adding on 2 more gas because he's realizing that, oh boy, I don't have that much gas. I cannot really make that many Goliaths. And that fact that he cannot make that many Goliaths might just be the saving grace here for ELDLL, as the Goliath count is slowly getting lower. But he's building turrets here in the base though, and those turrets are doing a great job in keeping the interceptor count low, but more carriers are spawning. I think he's got a total of 12. He's got 12 carriers now. Goliaths are trying to get in closer, trying to get on top of the carriers, but the Zealots there in the front though are zoning them away. And he cannot get on top of the carriers. Now he's getting on top of the carriers there though, focusing them down one by one, takes one down. Cannot get number 2, but he's pulling back to the turrets where they are safe and where the interceptors get more turret damage. Take more damage from the turrets. Minchul somehow managed to flip this game around. Despite appearing to be broke, but making it work with almost no SCVs whatsoever. The Goliaths there are fighting so well. His control and target firing is really amazing here. The Vultures there on hold position, protecting the tanks. The tanks firing from afar, taking down the Zealots. Zealots are spawning very quickly and rapidly though, but it's not enough. It's not enough. He's getting pushed back deeper and deeper, farther and farther away, back into the corner, losing structures in the front. And Minchul is just getting stronger and stronger as more turrets are being built and more Goliaths arrive here on the scene. ELDLL is trying his hardest though by microing his carriers back and forth, trying to take down Goliaths, but Goliaths are, I've said it so many times before, it's not really working out. We have 1 more carrier there on the way, 2 actually, but will they spawn in time? I have a feeling these Stargates will go down before they arrive. More Zealots once again spawning, goes in, but tanks they are firing away. And the Goliath's getting microed back once again. I really like this micro here. This control from Minchul is impressive. Once again, target fires the carriers. Carriers trying to stay alive, and they do. They stay alive for now. The Goliath count has dropped significantly. And the fact that it's only a 10 factory pump production here from Minchul is proving to maybe backfire a little bit. Because it looks like for now, Minchul is not progressing all that much because the carrier count is quite good. 10 carriers and 5 more are on the way. Storms come down to the Goliath. He walks out of the storm. Very good control there. Once again, I've said it so many times already, but it's simply true. We've got level 3 weapon upgrade there on the way. He's got level 2 armor, level 2 weapon. For air, for the carriers here, we've got level 122, and he's got level 2 armor on the way. Level 3 shields almost finished up, and level 3 weapon for air also almost finished. The ground units are also on very good upgrades there from ELDLL. He's been upgrading everything in conjunction at the same time, but still he's very slowly losing structures in his base, and he's incapable of building a new one. Minchul just has really impressive, a really impressive Terran. The little dancing he does with the Goliaths, I very rarely see from other players, but he's making it work. Goes for the carriers once again there in the back. Carriers staying alive for now, but he's so greedy with the Goliaths. He's not afraid of losing them, but he knows exactly when to pull them back to the turrets to stay alive. The tanks in the back have not yet unsieged and moved forward, but I do think it's about time that he starts unsieging the tanks, move them forward, and starts taking down those gateways. But he first wants to take down those carriers. So the tanks being behind all those turrets is forcing those carriers to stay away. Because if they do try to go for the tanks, the turrets and the Goliaths will take down the carriers. So maybe it is a smart choice. He's keeping those tanks in the back and he's only sending 2 up to the front. The fact that ELDLL has not been able to make a drop during this entire exchange just keeps Minchul so safe here in the back. Now finally adding on more factories as he is now mining from 6 refineries. This fight in the back is taking really long. The progress is not significant, but what counts and matters is that Minchul is growing bigger, Minchul has control, and ELDLL is being pushed back constantly. He does have the Arbiter now, but I don't know if he has Arbiter Stasis. It's gonna take a while before he has the Stasis ready there though, because he still needs 30 energy, and the Arbiter is almost dead there. He has to keep it there in the back, keep it out of harm's way for now. But as more Goliaths arrive, and he's slowly pushing in deeper and deeper, if that Arbiter goes down, the Stasis will not happen. And Stasis might be what he needs to win the game, or survive. One Arbiter goes down, so now only the other Arbiter, which has to, once again, get all of his energy back, for Stasis is getting focused down. Also, the carriers are all going down as well. Like, the carriers don't stand a chance. The control here is just so good. And the turrets there in the back taking on all the interceptors, and ELDLL leaves the game. I'm not sure if he called the GG, but he did say something as he left the game. With Minchul there, with an extremely strong, bare bones Terran. Just look at his base. Look at his base. This guy doesn't have to turtle for 30 minutes or 20 minutes to make Terran look strong and OP. He just moves out randomly at 14 minutes in. He spotted the fact that ELDLL was going for carriers right after a big drop, and he knew immediately, now is the time to strike. Now is my moment to shine. Just gonna rewind that a little bit to 14 minutes. I think it was around 14 minutes that he moved out into the middle, cross map, into the corner, and started to attack. Also, I'm gonna look for a nice screenshot here. Here's a nice screenshot. I just want to see what happened exactly. I think he lost a lot of his mass, and then he started the carriers. This drop failed. He threw in the scan. Oh wait, he throws on a scan. Sees the front here. I think he saw this portion there as well. He didn't. He just assumed that he had the chance to go for the attack. Now that's realistic, because that attack there from ELDLL, even though it was unsuccessful, did cost ELDLL about 50 supply, and that 50 supply takes a while to recover, and Minchul lost no units at all during that attack, during those drops, so this is a very great choice here to go for the attack, as ELDLL is trying to recover his mass. So this is going to be a beautiful thumbnail right here. This is the beautiful part of the match. One more storm? Yeah, this is a beautiful thumbnail. This is the thumbnail that I was looking for all my life. Units everywhere, storms, vessels, vultures, Goliaths, tanks, shuttles, corsairs, attacks happening left and right, explosions right there. We've got little aftermaths of things being fired. Got tanks shooting on stuff, zealots going down, tanks going down, everything in the mix. We've got a defensive matrix on the tank there as well in the mix. Everything you want in a screenshot is right here. So that's a screenshot for the thumbnail. And now it's time to update the score and call this video to an end. Usually I never show this interface because honestly it is quite meaningless most of the time. So we lost a lot of SCVs mostly, some Goliaths as well, but not a lot of units were lost for Minchul. Structure is not really significant because as it protas you can lose a lot of structures, but you can also build a lot of them. So this doesn't really say much. This, however, does say a lot. Minchul, with half the minerals mined, half the minerals spent, half the gas mined, managed to win the game in a way that shouldn't really have happened. But he made it possible with such mastery of Terran on fastest map that it happened nonetheless. And that is the impressive part of this match. He made Terran look really strong, despite looking really weak for the first 14 minutes. But then he just flipped the switch, and after he flipped the switch, he just rolled them over. Here's the score. Got 1 win from Minchul being added onto the board. And I mean, these are all matches from the same set. I just cast them in a very illogical order, or who knows what reason. What counts is that the score now is 2-1. Minchul 1, ELDLL 2, and Minchul evidently is too strong on Terran for ELDLL to take down. Thanks for watching. Hope you come back another time. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. I'm not sure if the notification bell really helps. I don't know. I'm not sure how the algorithm works. I'm not sure how YouTube works. I just know you can find cool stuff on YouTube. I know you can upload stuff on YouTube. But how does YouTube work? Nah, I don't know. It's just a weird website that has weird policies, weird algorithms and systems that I can't really comprehend. So I'm just gonna stick to Starcraft and make videos. So once again, thanks for watching, and goodbye.